The journey started about 4 years ago. I took an Aquaculture in Action workshop with Frederick through Sea Grant. We spent 2 weeks in the summer building and designing our own aquaculture system so that we could take it back to the classroom. The idea is that we could raise striped bass and restock the Chesapeake Bay.
The workshop is really about learning the applied parts of aquaculture and then learning how to use it in your class. Building the system, that's the key, because then they know how the system works, they know how to fix it, and they understand their own problems a lot better.
I really thought it was going to be a lot harder than it turned out to be. I really enjoyed putting the unit together because that really showed me, that way I knew exactly what everything did, okay, and that was really helpful. And then getting back into the classroom, I was able to explain it easier to the kids.
It's easy. It's like fixing your bathroom or something, It's kind of intimidating when you first look at it and you see all this stuff going on, but once you get your hands dirty, you can't, there's never enough. You always want to improve on it. You always want, well, what if this, or what if we do that? How's this going to work? And it just becomes like a big, huge creative project.
Well, I told them we were going to do some aquaculture, and of course they said, what's aquaculture? So I explained it, that it's raising fish in the classroom here, that we would be doing that, and I said, we're going to hopefully have these guys survive till June and then set them free.
And the program was really appealing to me because as a young teacher, my kids are constantly saying, when are we going to get a chance to do real science? We're doing labs and stuff, but we want to do real science.
Most science projects tend to last maybe, they do this experiment, they do it for like a week or maybe not, maybe just a day. So now you have one that's going through the whole year. And so students are able to tie into that a lot better because they see it every day.
The idea of an experiment is something that you start with on the first week. This is an experiment, and this is how we design it, and these are how we control the environment. And to do that on paper or in your mind is completely different than to do that in a laboratory.
The hardest part was making sure that other kids didn't do things to it. And the kids got really protective of the fish, and they were ratting each other out really fast.
But it makes class exciting. I think, that's the goal of any teacher. I don't want the kids coming in, dragging their feet, going, oh, this class sucks. When it's fish day, they're all into it. Oh, it's fish day, we're going to go through and measure the fish. And even the ones that don't like playing with the fish, they can do water quality. It kind of brings the class together as a team.
The hardest thing in the beginning of the class is to get them to be independent thinkers and problem solvers. And by the end of the class, you almost have trouble pulling them back into instruction because, all the time they're, well, I want to do this, I'd like to go back and redesign this.
You have to think about stuff. You have to try to think why. You're always kind of looking, why is this happening? Why is this going on? And, there's not an answer key in the back. You just have trial and error.
And here they could actually see what happens when there's a variation or something starts to go a little wrong, and they could see the consequences on the fish and what was going on.
And that's always nice to let them know that, hey, we don't know the answer. And there are going to be times in life when you don't know the answer, and this is a way that you can go through and try to figure it out. And I think, that's what we want to bring away.